It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning, everybody. We are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm David Stroud, here with Bob Rechtenwald and Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
We sure
that
do
would be
appreciate
Scott
you.
Scooter Callie.
It's Scooter Scott. No, I like Scooter Scott Callies.
However you want to say it.
Scooter Scott Callies.
I've answered
it
to
just
a lot
rolls
worse.
off the tongue real nice, doesn't it?
I've answered
Beats
to a
some of
lot
the things
worse.
I call him.
Yes, it does.
Can you say it on the show?
No.
I can, yeah. But do I want to?
No,
Probably
not.
Should I? No.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, we want to thank you for joining us on the show this morning. It is a beautiful Thursday, right?
A little bit of rain.
Yeah, a little bit of rain. It'll be all right. It's just going to fill the lakes up a little bit
You
more.
don't have any choices. I mean,
Yeah.
so therefore, if it's raining, it's raining.
We're getting
Right.
used to it at this point.
I feel like I'm woke
Yeah.
up in Seattle.
Well, I need a mow today, so if it does do a little bit, would it be safe? Because I've just started mowing again since
Go ahead and mow it.
2000. Allergies that get me, so I've hired somebody ever since, but my guy moved to St. Louis. I thought, you know what? Exercise. But I have such bad allergies, I got to take a couple of pills, and then I mask up. I
just
up
put some
to
pontoons.
mow my lawn.
I put some pontoons on the side of my mower and I just go to mowing.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go to the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home. With all our respect, they have 29 in the state and 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. We sure do appreciate them. So let's pause now. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for this day and thank you for my personal health. I did pray to you the other day. I had kidneys that were killing me, and with a little bit of cranberry juice and a whole lot of prayer, I feel much better after the past few days. I want to ask you to watch over anybody else that's got some ailments, some problems. They're in the hospital. Their health has declined. They're not feeling very well, and they could use your support. So watch over those that need you. And in this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. This is the job that Bob and I both agree we would not do because it's just
one of them things.
It is. Yeah, and we sure do appreciate them being there for us in our time of need. Losing a loved one is never easy. So with that, we're going to take a short break and hear from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Welcome back to the morning show. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team like to bring us the shot of the White River every morning.
Let's bring that on up.
There we go. They're in Cotter, Arkansas, and Marion County looking over into Baxter County. Of course, they're way off in the distance is Missouri. They're in the center. To the left is Bull Shoals, to the right is Mountain Home. But the Horseshoe White River photo is absolutely beautiful, or video.
I call it Cotter Island.
Cotter Island.
It looks
It
like an
kinda
island
does.
the way it's shaped.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
You got the ball field down there, the Rainbow Bridge to the left. And we noticed on Facebook this morning, here, let's just real quick, that last night Linda took a picture of a beautiful sunset with the lights lit up there on the Rainbow Bridge.
That is pretty.
That is pretty, to be able to see that every day of your life. My priorities must have been off because I have a decent view, but not a view like that.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. If you want to buy a view like that, Bob and Linda Zadora can help you out. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net to see their listings. They also have the MLS listings and can help you with anything that's for sale in Baxter County. Isn't Linda
She's a licensed agent.
licensed in Missouri?
Yes, she has. There's a couple of them, Linda, and I'm not sure the other one.
Darlene, is it
Darlene,
Darlene?
yeah,
Darlene?
that are licensed up in Missouri. Yes. They get you
So-
taken care of anywhere around here.
Yeah, so
You can
since
hear
we're on the
us.
border of Missouri, if you find something up in Missouri, give Linda a call at 870-405-0793. They are realtors you would recommend to a friend, and so I recommend them to you. So give them a call or go to their website at retiredtoarkansas.net and take a look at this beautiful view of the White River. They also have shots that zoom in and out. There's one there. And so they stay for about 15 seconds and pull out and go to another spot and zoom in, and it's really cool to watch, you know.
Just got to go to retiredarkansas.net, and you can take a look at them any time of the day, day or night.
Very good. Let's take a look at our weather. Mountain Home, Arkansas is at 65, Harrison 63, Batesville 66, Yellville 66, Marshall 68, Salem, Arkansas at 64, Mountain View at 68, Calico Rock is 65, West Plains, Missouri at 64, Springfield, Missouri at 60, Poplar Bluff at 68, St. Louis, Missouri at 65. And a look over the nation. I'm going to press play here. It looks like we've got some severe weather running through Oklahoma and parts of Texas coming into Arkansas.
Southern Arkansas.
Yeah, southern Arkansas. Well, yeah, still Arkansas.
Yeah, but it needs to stay southern.
Parts of over Tennessee into Kentucky and West Virginia. We've got some thunder showers and storms. So if you're in that area watching, be careful. Severe outlook is in West Virginia and Virginia. It's not very hairy. It's slight and marginal. So if you're going to be over there on the East Coast in that area, be very wary, I guess. And severe outlook across the nation. Arkansas and Missouri is looking good. There is a flood warning in the north central part of Missouri, parts of southeast Kansas, southeast Oklahoma. So if you're traveling in any of those areas, don't go over low water bridges. 7-day forecast. Today we have a slight chance of thunderstorms and mostly cloudy at 70, high of 76. Tonight is partly cloudy, low of 56. Friday, sunny, high of 77. Friday night, mostly clear, low of 57. Saturday is mostly sunny, high of 78. But then here we go again. Saturday night, chance of thunderstorm, 40%, low of 62. Sunday, we have a chance of thunderstorms at 40%, high of 81. Sunday night, 30% chance of thunderstorm, low of 66. And Monday, a 30% chance of thunderstorms, high of 82. Let's see if it goes a little far. 30%, 30%, 30. So a slight chance of rain going into next week also. Wonderful. It's never going to stop, is it, Bob?
I think it's just going to continue raining.
It's never going to stop.
Welcome to Seattle.
I'll just the rain though, please. That's it. No other Seattle politics or you hear what I'm saying, right?
Seattle's a wonderful
Oh
place
my gosh, no.
to be
By
from.
the way, tree pollen's back.
Tree pollen is high today, but tomorrow it disappears, and Saturday, nah. Grass,
I don't believe this segment
No, at
no
all.
further than I could throw Scooter.
grass pollen today is high. Tomorrow is very high. Saturday, very high. Now that I do believe. Norfolk Lake water level 572.87. Level is 20.87 feet above full pool. Bull Shoals Lake water level is 688.95. Level is 29.95 feet above full pool. And I did not call.
I'll do it.
Okay, I was looking at other things. And here I get let's get back on us so you can watch me scroll. Dam generation report. If you do want to call, 870-431-5311. That's 870-431-5311 for the dam generation report. Sometimes they're a day behind.
They have not updated since Sunday.
Since Sunday. Okay, so they're a few days behind. So if you're going to be on the rivers, just, be mindful of the water flow. That's all I'd have to say. And that is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Your realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Definitely give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net where you can Find the White River and their listings. There's also the MLS listings. And you see something you like, give them a call. They are a team, so if you can't get a one, you'll get a hold of another, and they can help you out. Give them a holler. Now we'll take a short break, and we'll come back with community news.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. And so I've got a story here for you. A man who called police reported a woman had pointed a gun at him, but wound up being the one arrested. Appeared during a session of Baxter County Circuit Court last week. 52-year-old Herman Heinisch of Mountain Home pled guilty to charges filed against him as a result of the incident and was sentenced to 3 years probation.
All right, we got to hear the story.
Okay, on October 14th last year, Heinisch called police from the vicinity of Midtown McDonald's and reported the incident concerning the woman with the gun. Shortly after, a female called police from the same location and reported a man had broken into her car and was sitting in it when she went to the vehicle to leave work. One Mountain Home police officer spoke to Heinisch in the parking lot of the nearby business, and another officer made contact with a woman at the restaurant. The woman told police her shift had ended, and when she started to get in her car, a male she did not know was sitting in the passenger seat. Wouldn't that just scare the crap out of you? She said she quickly grabbed a handgun from a storage area in the driver's side door and demanded the stranger get out of her vehicle. The man did get out of the car and left the immediate vicinity. The woman then made her call to 911. The officer questioning Heinisch found a small plastic bag containing suspected methamphetamine. No surprise here, right? Footage from one of the restaurant's surveillance cameras was viewed. It showed Heinisch walking up to the woman's vehicle and entering through the passenger side door. He was seen getting in and out of the vehicle several times. The woman was shown coming out to get in her car 15 minutes after him, after he first entered the vehicle. With the woman's story confirmed, Heinisch was arrested and taken to the Baxter County Detention Center. He was booked on charges of breaking or entering and possession of methamphetamine. He's been free on $5,000 bond.
Takes all kinds.
Don't
It
do
takes all
drugs.
kinds.
Don't. That's it right there. Don't do drugs.
Is that the moral of the story?
That's the. I know, right? The moral of the story.
Or
It
don't
makes you
sit
do
in somebody
stupid
else's
things.
car.
Or just
And
don't
he
break into
calls-
somebody's car.
he-
Or
but-
don't possess a firearm. Or don't possess the drugs. However,
But think about it. It's like calling the cops saying, I did drugs and I think I'm dying. And they come there and find mountains of drugs in your house. You know what I mean? Come on now. Don't do drugs. All right, on the lighter side, the Twin Lakes Playhouse has Steel Magnolias tonight from 7 to 9. You can join them for a play. Do you like to watch a play, Bob?
I don't have time for that stuff.
No, he doesn't have time for that. But if you have time for that, tickets are $17. And let's see, it's set in Truvy's Beauty Salon in, I can't say that, Louisiana, where all the ladies who are anybody have their hair done. Filled with hilarious repartee and verbal collisions, the play moves towards tragedy, forcing the women to draw on their underlying strength and love. It was a good movie, so it's probably a very good play.
There you go.
Yeah.
They do a good job over there at the
They
Playhouse.
do a very good job.
Yes.
I didn't think I would be into plays, and we went and watched one.
They do a good job.
Pre-COVID, and then it shut down, and then I've never thought about it again, and they do a very good job. So join them for Steel Magnolias tonight at 7. The Flippin' Farmers Market tomorrow. Let's see, 10 a.m. Flippin' Hickory Park, 123 Hickory Park in Flippin'. Check out this year's vendors for the Flippin' Farmers Market. Always accepting new vendors. Hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Fridays. So go give them a shout. All right, we are going to take a break and come back with Enoch Pepin of the LC Sammons Youth Center He's going to tell us about everything they have going on this summer.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show. Our guest is Enoch Pepin. He is my friend.
Yes, sir.
He works at the LC Sammons Youth Center, and I sure do appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And so Enoch had contacted me about doing a new logo.
Yes.
I thought I'd show the people that.
Oh, please do. It's awesome.
Oh, I got Scooter out of his chair.
Uh-oh. Come on, Scooter.
So he commissioned that he wanted something to catch the attention of people and really pop. And I started out with an owl, and then he said, well, how about a tree? And he sent me a picture of, what kind of tree is that out in front of?
I have no, it's been out front of the YC for years now. And
yeah.
Do they still have that tree hanging inside the youth center?
They're still there. It needs a little bit of TLC, but it's still hanging there. Yeah, it's still there.
And so I did that up for them, and it came out perfect.
I love it.
Have you had your hat made yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I wear it all the time.
Oh, I need to see it.
I sure do.
Yeah, you have to show that to me. So what have you got going on at the youth center this summer?
We got a couple of things going
Just
on.
one or two?
It's jumping. So the first day, Tuesday, was our first day of summer programming, and we had that whole day, which is still a solid number. We had about 61 kids, which we were happy with.
Yeah.
Yesterday, day 2, by 9:30, we were sitting at 80. I don't know what that number was for the rest of the day, but it's jumped off, and I love it. That's what it's supposed to be. You know, a lot of people ask me, how can you think in this noise? For me, it's just part of, it's just part of it. We're a youth center.
So go visit the Bronx.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to some bang bang noise.
Yeah, go live in Brooklyn. You'll get used to it. But no, it was, I love it. And right now we are in our summer hours. So we're technically 8 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. But we do an early morning drop off of 7:30.
Okay.
So there's people there at 7:30. Stations are open.
Time to drop the kids off.
Time to drop your kids off, peel out, go to work, go to Walmart, whatever you're going to do for the day. You can drop them off and get to work on time. And right now we just have our general schedule going, which is, general play. But starting next week, we'll hit the ground running with everything, which will be every Tuesday will be climbing wall. Every Wednesday we do inflatables. Thursday we kind of designated that for a sports day.
Yeah.
If the weather's nice, we take them outside, right out back, and play flag football or frisbee, or we stay in the gym, do volleyball, basketball, whatever we have, wiffle ball.
Does anybody ever play good old-fashioned kickball anymore?
Yeah.
You know what? They do. They actually do enjoy it. We have inside, especially, we have on one of our courts, it's set up for wiffle ball or kickball. We have home plate and everything in the ground. So, yeah, they play kickball quite a bit. Good. Yeah. And then on Fridays, that's our biggest day usually. So what we do is we start at 12 o'clock and we make a page, and we get about 50 kids or so that are ready to go. We go swimming at the pool for free every Friday.
Nice.
From 12:30 till about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
That's probably Cannon's favorite day.
Probably is. I would imagine so. Yeah.
That would have been mine.
Yeah, exactly. The lifeguards, of course, are on duty at that time. We still send them with 1 or 2 staff members. And even though it's 2 parking lots away, we try to not let any kid walk across those parking lots by themselves. So if they're ready to come back, they don't have to stay for the whole time. One of the staff members will either walk them back over to us, wait for a group of about 15 or 10. I think they do it about every 30 minutes. They'll kind of make a page and say, if you're ready to go back to the youth center, and then they walk them across. That way nobody is just wandering across the parking lot by themselves.
Do you ever have any kids that want to go back right away?
Yep.
Really?
And they eat. They forgot their lunch. They want to eat or snack, and then they're ready to go back, and we take them back.
All right.
So as long as they have a change of clothing, towel, sunblock, I would suggest get some sunblock out there, because you're out there for quite a bit. But if they're ready to go back, we'll walk them back over.
Very good.
And they have a blast doing it. And then here shortly, next week, we will start we have our every day of the summer calendar, which has everything I just said, and then it has, whether it is a billiards tournament or a dodgeball tournament or a video game tournament. So we have stuff scheduled every day all summer. But then we have a separate one which will be posted soon, where we will have our what we call academies. And so I believe starting next week, Dr. Eddie Dry from ASU, he will come over and do a science class for an hour all week long.
Very good.
And he'll do some very cool things.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. He'll sneak in some education on them. And then we'll have a cooking class. Miss Joanne does a cooking class for a week. We have Miss Christy Lawrence from the high school who'll come over one day in July and do a 3-hour art project with them.
Yeah.
So we have certain things going on top of our just daily.
Yeah. Fun, but educational.
Fun, educational.
Yeah.
Nothing's mandatory. We just make it available.
Yeah.
And if they want to participate, they sign up and they participate.
Well, if the science teacher's doing slime, Cannon
they'll
will be
do
there.
It. Oh, yeah. He kind of told me his itinerary. He's doing something different every day his week, and he's got some really cool stuff that he's gonna be dropping off some equipment today, I believe. He's got some microscopes and stuff like that. So they'll have fun. They might get grossed out, but they'll learn something in the process too. So
there's nothing wrong with getting grossed out.
No, not at all.
Happens to Bob every day.
Yeah.
No, just on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Just Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Yeah.
I see what he did there. Yeah.
I need to come in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and do this to him.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go back to the pool and the youth center.
Yeah.
Does the pool have a concession stand?
They do have a concession stand. So, again, they can take a lunch with them if they want to. They can take a snack. My 2 girls are at the YC every day with me. They brown bag it, and then they're there all day, though. And they're ping pong balls. They're going to burn it. So we have also a partnership with the North Arkansas Food Bank.
Okay.
And so every day, all year round, even when school's in session, we just shift the times. We feed every kid there for free if they want it. It's a shelf meal, It's nothing gourmet.
To come through the food bank? Or
comes through the food bank. We pick them up every time we run out. We let them know. We fill an order in. We go pick them up right over there at they're across where the old Fred's used to be at. Believe it right there. We go pick it up there. They give us boxes of meals and milk, and we feed the kids every day during the summer, Monday through Friday at 11:30. And we make a page. If you want a free meal, come to the Commons area, our lunchroom, and they eat. And so my girls will eat the lunch they bring from home.
That's a mid-morning snack.
That's a mid-morning snack, and then they'll go, because they're going to burn that off too, and they'll get that free meal too. So if you're in the building, whether you have a lunch, whatever, it doesn't matter. Come on in, and you'll get a free meal. So we're lucky to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's excellent.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But they do have a concession at the pool where they do.
Is there still one at the youth center?
There's not as of yet. Not as of yet, only because we have so much. There's so much, and I don't know all of it. But Miss Joanne, our Rec Aide 2, who has basically, her and Kelly, our manager, have kind of always been at the forefront of that. They just got so much to do with making sure that inventory is right, making sure that they have enough food. They know how much food they fed today,
right? And
if they're like, man, we went through 70 packets today, we might need to order in before this week is out, because they're going quick. So they have a lot to do there, but
it's almost a daily basis. They got to keep
it pretty
track.
much is. It really is, especially with the numbers being what they are right now, which
going from
I love
61 to 80
in just one day.
Yeah.
We're ages 8 to 14. My struggle this summer is going to be, we've got so many new faces, and I'm trying to remember a lot of new names. Like, we've got a lot, like a whole influx of new kids coming through, which is, I love it. That's awesome. So I'm having a blast. I'm just a big kid anyway. So.
What's the capacity? What's the number you can't exceed?
Yeah, I think in the main building, to be honest with you, I think it's sitting at like 279.
So it's a large number.
It's a large number. And then in our gymnasium, I think that capacity is close to 700. So we're never going to get there.
Right.
So at any time in the summer, I would imagine in the past we've averaged, we could have 120, 130 kids. Now, there's usually never 130 kids in the building all at one time.
Right.
They're
outside.
checked in, but you got a number of them who are outside playing in the skate park, walking the park, riding their bicycles. They're just they have been checked into the youth center at that time.
Because the parents can choose if they have to stay inside the building or they can go out around the park.
Correct.
And if you choose to let them roam the park, just know there's not any supervision.
It's a park, and so what the best we can do is at that moment is me and Andrew, the other program coordinator, we will try our best, and that's dependent on programming priorities, but we try our best about every 30 minutes to kind of go patrol the park. And locate where the youth center kids are. Not every kid out in the park is a youth center kid, but we know the faces, and so we kind of just make sure everybody's being safe. What a lot of kids don't seem to realize, and I probably at that age I wouldn't have thought about it either, is out there in that creek that's out there at Cooper Park. It is a beautiful creek,
right?
But there are also some beautiful creatures that live there
They were there first.
They were there first, including...
And they're going to protect that area.
They will, including poisonous snakes. So we try to keep kids, just let them know, hey, if you see any snake in that, just go the other way.
Alone.
Leave that snake alone. You don't know what it is. Leave it alone. Some of them are poisonous. So, but yes, it's got to be an honor system. Now, if I tell my daughters, and I've said it to them, hey, you do not leave this building unless you're with me. It's an honor system. They have to respect what I've said, and I've got to trust them. So we do our best. I am a snitch. If I find out that, I will snitch to a parent because I've got kids, but we do our best to keep everybody safe and have fun.
It's not a snitch, it's a parent.
It's a parent. That's exactly right. I will tell.
With that, we're going to take a short break, and we'll return with our guest, Enoch Pepin of the LC Sammons Youth Center.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's.
Welcome back to the morning show. Our guest is Enoch Pepin of the LC Sammons Youth Center. And I got a text from Linda Zadora, and she was asking, she said, what a wonderful program, was wondering where the funding comes from.
The funding comes from the beautiful, giving city of Mountain Home.
Yeah.
So it just gets worked into that budget every year.
Budget of the,
At the end of the year, they'll tell us what our working budget is next year.
It comes out of the general sales tax.
Comes out of general sales tax. And then, if I'm being, to make it even greater, which is what I really love about Mountain Home, is so all these people coming in that are going to do stuff for us.
Yeah.
Dr. Dry, Christy Lawrence, all of these people who are going to come in and do a class for a week. They are going to do this voluntarily.
Right.
Dr. Dry, he's a professor. And so this is his summer vacation time.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give up a week next week and come in for an hour and do it just because he loves to do it. And so I always say any event we do, everything we do all year round, we do it for the city of Mountain Home, but it's actually put on by the city of Mountain Home because we have Mountain Home is just amazing. The businesses, the people who are willing to give up their time, donate money.
So you accept private donations?
Well, whatever it takes to get something done, we'll do it. To be honest with you, I sometimes joke that me and Andrew are professional panhandlers. We have a limited budget, but we have to use that budget, and we're grateful for it. But sometimes there are some things that we have to really work on a business here in town being willing to say, yeah, what do you need? We'll do it.
So if you're not down on the corner accepting the donation,
I'm on the phone.
How does somebody send a donation in to you? Or
they can we have a lot of people who just mail a check in to 1101 Spring Street. We have a lot of parents that really just come in and just give a cash donation, and we kind of use it towards what needs to be used.
You can actually go to City Hall and earmark your check.
Yep, you can go to
Youth Center
City Hall.
Purposes only, or something. Just make sure that they know that it's for the youth center.
Yeah,
very good.
I spent 3 years as the chairman of the Parks and Recreation Committee.
So
for the City Council, and it was still in the early days of the youth center. And if you don't know the history of the L.C. Sammons Youth Center, you need to look into it a little bit. That whole facility was designed and built by volunteers.
Correct.
And donations.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
awesome.
what that tree is for.
Correct.
The tree, like, it looks similar to what you have in the logo. That tree, the growing tree is what they called it, and the monetary donations, you got a little leaf and it was posted on there. Of course, things have changed since then, but that probably needs to be revisited and redone.
It does. It could use some TLC for sure. It needs to.
And maybe do another fundraiser and get some new leaves on it.
Maybe. There's a lot of big things going on for the city here in the next few years with Aquatic Center and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of things that can still happen. We used to have a parent every year, and I think it's just where her, we're ages 8 to 14, and her child was just, they get 15, 16, they get a license, they get a part-time job. So sometimes we see them every once in a while, but she used to, at the end of every summer, just to say thank you, she would come and donate cash just for a pizza party.
Yeah,
for the kids that were there, and then the staff members. And so at the end of the year, because of her, we'd buy pizza for everybody and just have free pizza to celebrate the end of summer, and her just saying thank you for watching my kid and letting him have fun. And, it's just one of those things where Mountain Home is just, I've had businesses call me and say, hey, you have this event going on, why haven't you called me?
Right.
I'm like, what do you mean? Well, I'd like to be a part of it. And so I'm like, I feel like, I don't always want to be,
I thought I'd give you a break this time.
I thought I'd give you a break. I'm telling you, there are some people that I think they see me walk in their establishment and they're like just hiding under the desk and it's like, I'm not here. So, yeah, that guy right there. Right. Yeah. So, but Mountain Home was just awesome. I've been there for 15 years, and I very rarely hear somebody say, I'm just not going to do it. 9 out of 10 times, it's, come get, how do you want it? Cash, check, you want to pick it up, you want us to drop it off, how do you want us to take care of it? So
right.
It's
taking
amazing.
care of our youth.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Years ago there was an issue with the kids escaping the park and going up through the creek and into the shopping center that's adjacent to that. Is that still an issue?
It hasn't been an issue for a while, only because I think a lot of things attributed to that was there was a time where our age bracket was 10 to 17.
Yeah.
And so
the older kids was like, I'm
older
out.
Kids, so when you have a 17-year-old who's still there, and the majority of the kids in that building, honestly, even at that point, were 11 or 12. They're too cool for school.
Right.
So, they get dropped off there because their parents are like, you're not staying home alone today.
Right.
And then the first chance they get, they try to break out because they, But ever since we moved to 8 to 14, just that younger demographic that just really wants to be there.
Right.
They have, some of them have an option of, I'm going to stay home and play video games. Some of them don't have that option.
Yeah.
Mom is like, no, you're not. You're going to the youth center. Some of them are just, I had a parent yesterday say, hey, my kid is 15. He used to come here every day. I've known him for years. He's too old to come here. He's so upset because his younger siblings got dropped off yesterday, and he's like, oh, man, I really want to go.
Yeah.
And he had to stay home, so which I think will be great when that new facility is open too, because we'll probably still stay at that 8 to 14 age, but that new facility will give a lot of other people another option of somewhere to go and spend their day.
Yeah.
Does the food bank still use the backfield for a garden?
They sure do. I don't know. They were either growing watermelons or so, but I believe they've already come through and harvested that. So they've kind of shaved it back down, and it's not so tall anymore. And I don't know what their plans are for the next crop that they're going to plant there, but they sure do.
It's cool. I noticed that they also have a garden over by the food bank.
They do.
They've started this
the people at the food bank they're amazing people. They're anything we need, they do it for us. They're about the kids first, and fulfilling that need. In Mountain Home is a small town, and so I think a lot of people think that there are some things that Mountain Home is impervious to, because it is such a nice community, and you don't see a lot of things that you see just every day at a bigger city, like we were discussing earlier. But there's no city, big or small, that is
totally immune
from stuff, including hunger. So they fulfill a big need here in Mountain Home, whether you see it or not. They are helping a ton of people there. So they're amazing. They've been great to us. They work with us. Like I said, they feed our kids every day, all year round, and it gets used big time. We probably in the summer will have to get a refill from them every 2 weeks or so, because we just burn through the food so quick. So
the LC Sammons Youth Center is a building, but the Cooper Park is a big facility overall. You've got the American Legion baseball field is there.
Yep.
You've got the walking tracks. What is the most used facility outside of the youth center building itself? What do you think is the most used portion of the park?
Other than the pool when it opens up in the summer,
there's no doubt that
that pool, they stay busy there and they do a great job. I'll be honest with you, just the other day, it was pouring outside. It was just pouring, and I was driving to take my girls to gymnastics, and so I have my 12-year-old and my 7-year-old, and we ran to the car, got in, tried to stay dry. And while we were driving through the park to get out onto Spring Street, we saw 10, 15 people with umbrellas, raincoats, still walking the trail. Like, they walk that trail. It doesn't matter.
No.
20 degrees outside, there's people in coats, ski hats, and gloves walking the trail. Raincoats and umbrellas. 100 degrees, walk. I think the walking trail, I think it's just so. It's a nice walking trail. You got that pond back there with the ducks that are there all year round. That trail is I never see it empty, to be honest with you, all year round.
Does the lower parking lot still have basketball courts?
It does. It has basketball courts.
Have they been relined any time?
No. That's probably will happen, I would imagine, with everything that's going on, renovating everything that's going on at ball fields, every park, everything like that. I would see that happen, sure.
Just a thought. Is there any thought about lighting those for nighttime pickup games?
Yes,
summertime?
That has been discussed as far as getting some more lighting out there, just throughout that whole trail. Just because it is utilized so much, even at night, there are still people who are out there, walking it when it cools off and stuff. So, with them being out there, they're so exposed to a lot of stuff. There's always Billy D. Austin, the director. I can't tell you how many times in 15 years he's like, hey, get some red tape, drive around any light that's not on when it's about 6 o'clock where they should pop them on, flag them, we're going to get them repaired.
That's good.
So he makes a conscious effort to make sure that as many lights as we'll drive it several times a year when they should pop on, and we'll just drive it around, and that one's not on, should be on, flag it. And then he'll have the company come out, and they'll spend a whole day just driving around. They know everything marked needs to be fixed and repaired, and they'll do that.
Yeah.
So whether it's the company, I don't know what the company is, or maintenance can change a bulb or whatever the case is, but yeah, we try to keep it as lit as possible. But when you're out, that's above my pay grade as far as knowing how to make that all happen. He says put a flag on it, I go put a flag, and then they're working in a couple of days. So more lighting would be.
The court's not actually lit though.
No, there's a couple of just walking trail lights there, but who knows with everything that's going on? Who knows if they'll designate a spot for an outdoor court? I don't know what's in the works. When you're starting from scratch, basically with renovations, I don't think there's anything off the table.
Right.
That's an option for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a great place to have an outdoor court.
Yeah, definitely.
Plenty of parking. It's a great place.
Yeah, it still gets used quite a bit, especially in the summertime. Anytime I'm walking through, there's 5-10 kids out there shooting around that maybe are too old to come into the youth center, during our operation hours during the summer, since we're 8 to 14, and they'll be out there shooting hoops. So still gets used. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah. With that, we'll take another break, and we'll be back with Enoch Pepin.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call, 870-405-0793, and check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed?
Thank you for joining us on the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guest Enoch Pepin's with the LC Sammons Youth Center. So what else do you have for us? It's going to be going on this summer. I know the games, softball games and baseball games are about to end.
They're wrapping up next week.
Yeah,
we think
tonight's Cannon's last game.
Yeah, and that's been a successful season.
It has
a lot of participation in both sides, softball, baseball side. It's been a lot of fun. I would like to thank all the sponsors who, it was $300 to sponsor a team and get your logo out there, and they didn't have to. So. And you got to think on the baseball side, we had close to 30 teams. Softball side, another 20, 25. That's a lot of different sponsors. So I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate what the maintenance crew here in Mountain Home has to do. They got a lot of grass to mow, a lot of fields to stripe. There's a lot. If it's raining and it stops and they're going to play, they got to get those fields playable. So they busted out there. I appreciate them.
And they've had their work cut out for them this season.
Big time.
Yeah.
And I really want to appreciate the volunteers, the parents who work a full-time job and then come to the ball field and volunteer to coach. Yeah. That's, for me, I'm paid to be out there. This is my job to be out there. They've got full-time jobs, and they come out there and they give their time up for 6-7 weeks, not including all the practices, all the games, dealing with 10 kids on their roster, 13 kids, and trying to make everybody happy and be out there and have fun with the kids and try to advance them in their skill. Giving up time for me is more valuable than, I appreciate the people who write the checks. Don't stop writing the checks. But giving up time after you've worked a 40-hour week and still have to do it, and I appreciate that so much.
I want to thank Justin Avery. He's Cannon's coach, and he's been an amazing coach.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah,
he's made sure that every kid has had a chance to play, and in different positions. He didn't just stick with the best players in the spot to try to win. And they've had a lot of fun, and it's been fun to watch them. It's kids playing baseball, trying to learn, and so some parents get a little
worked up. Yeah,
stressed out,
everybody's
tense, and-
competitive.
Let's talk about that a bit.
Yeah.
There is a nationwide problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that nationwide problem is getting enough officials to do these games.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not the college games. Well, in fact, it starts at the youth bunch.
It does.
But that problem goes into all of high school sports, junior high sports, and even college sports. They're not able to get the officials to deal with the games. Two things need to happen. One, the parents need to understand from kindergarten to ninth grade, there are no scholarships, like David said a moment ago off camera. There are no scholarships going to be issued at any of those games.
That is correct.
Those officials, yes, they're paid. They're not paid scale. They're not paid what they should be.
No. Right.
And they do not deserve to be yelled at from the stands by parents who think little Johnny is the best thing since buttered toast.
And listen, I understand that. I understand that you are competitive, and everybody wants to see their kid win.
Right.
Nobody wants to have a talk with their kid about why they lost. However, you can learn from losing. Right?
Exactly.
It's going to happen.
You can.
And why not start learning
You're
that?
You're going to win and lose every day.
That's how it is. Right? Yeah, everything. But what a lot of, I'm just going to talk on the baseball side. So, no names, but the officials we have, they all have full-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a police officer. One of them is a teacher who was also teaching night school. Mm-hmm. One of them is a probation officer. So we have one guy who works a full-time job and was driving for an hour and a half from, I want to say, Omaha to come umpire, just to be a part of our league and help. Mm-hmm. One of them is a business owner who is on the clock all day long. And he's still every Tuesday blocked off 2 hours, 3 hours to come umpire in our league.
Yeah.
Now, sure, they are getting paid for that, but none of them need to do it.
Yeah, but here's the big thing. You have all that spectrum of officials currently, and you still have Big Daddy Joe sitting in the stand screaming and hollering his head off because little Johnny didn't get called safe when he was truly out.
Correct.
Or that it was
here's
a
the story.
ball when they thought it was a strike. But they're way off to the side.
Exactly.
Plain and simple. Big Joe, come on out.
Next year we'll have applications. You can apply to be an umpire.
There you go. We can give you a uniform that will fit you.
Yeah.
And you can take the heat.
Without a doubt.
Because nobody deserves that.
Yeah.
They're doing the best they can do with the knowledge that they have and the ability that they've been given.
They're trying their hardest out there.
And it's a youth league.
It's a youth league.
Mm-hmm.
And so in every division, what some parents need to try to remember is, more importantly than anything, is that it's for the kids. Like, it's not about me living through my kid.
Right.
Or
exactly.
It's about that kid of mine and every kid in that league having fun, being safe, and learning. Maybe some of these kids will progress to where they continue to do this. Some just want to be out there because they like Albert Pujols. Or their best friend is playing, or their cousin.
Sure.
They just want to be out there because they love baseball. They have no aspirations of it going anything other than.
But they're too young to know.
They're too young.
The only thing they know is, I got called out, so I feel bad now. But now I got my dad yelling at the umpire.
Now I'm embarrassed.
The daylights out of me.
Now I'm embarrassed. Yeah.
Or even yelling at the kid.
At the kid. Yeah. But these umpires, none of them are out there to mess a night up.
No.
They're out there trying to do their best. Sometimes there is on a strike zone, and they will admit it. Sometimes they have to slightly expand the strike zone just so that there are kids going up there swinging. Like, you're going to learn by getting up there with a hitter's mentality, and this pitcher who's pitching for the first time in his life, he's going to learn how to zone in and trying to control that. But nobody's just going to come off the bat first time ever and be Nolan Ryan. So you got to expand it a little bit to help every skill level out there. And these umpires try that. They try to do that as best they can.
In Northwest Arkansas, I've got a grandson that plays in a travel league, and they had that same issue that we're talking about. And what has curtailed that issue is they started making the parents sign a code of conduct agreement.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And plain and simple, the kid's still allowed to come. If you break that code of conduct, the kid's still allowed to come. The parents aren't. They can drop them off at the gate, come get them when the game's over.
Come pick it up when game's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a suspension thing. You know, the first offense, you may miss 2 games. The second offense, you may miss 4 games. The third offense, you don't come back for the season. And it's really helped. And it may be something that you guys need to look at.
Yeah.
Too. Because if not, you're going to not have any officials.
Correct.
You can't have a game without an official.
It's tough right now to find them. And I'm going to say this on the baseball side, you know, it's not all just horror stories. Like I said, we got 300 kids.
It's still fun.
There's a lot of parents out there. Every night we have baseball going on, softball, it is jam-packed. 99.9% of it, the parents get it.
Yeah.
They may not even agree with the call, but it is what it is. It's recreational.
But when you start tossing that 1 or 2 bad apples out of the stands,
exactly,
the whole basket starts to smell better.
Exactly. So, what sticks out in your mind is that one parent who just will not stop chirping. You know,
that's all mom and dad talk about on the way home.
Yeah, exactly.
Old Jimmy Joe, he sure was a jerk tonight.
That Scooter, I tell you what, he would not be
watch
quiet
that
about
Scooter.
it. Yeah,
You got to watch him regardless.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
You just got to watch Scooter.
It's been a good experience for me. I would imagine for the coaches even more so, but for me, just being there at every game, it's very impressive to see, like, night one, how a kid on the mound who was back catching or at the plate, how they looked, and then 9-10 games into the season, that rapidly to see that improvement, a little bit more control of the strike zone, you know, back catching, hitting, stuff like that. It's great to see that improvement, and I'm not even a coach, so that part's awesome.
Well, we've only got a few minutes left, and last week you called and said you wanted to talk about picking up youth soccer.
We are fortunate enough, this Mountain Home Parks and Recreation, City of Mountain Home, to have to be involved in the governing body for youth soccer here in Mountain Home. So it's going to be a learning experience. You know?
I'm sure it's going to be great.
All I know about soccer is you run a lot, and you have to kick the ball.
Well, that was Kirsten's game.
Don't use your hands.
Do not use your hands. Yeah,
that was Kirsten's game, and since she was 4 years old to her first semester of college, she played soccer. Sometimes she
sounds like you just volunteered to coach. Appreciate you there. But yeah, this fall we will be. Everything will go through the City of Mountain Home. If you are interested in being a part of this league on any level, call the Youth Center, 870-424-7275. If you are, and give me all your information, you can email me at epepin@cityofmountainhome.com. I need a preferred email address, phone number, and your name.
Right.
And just give me all that information, and that way I'm compiling a soccer email, a mass email. So once we start registration and get everything rolling, we can send that blast out so they know what our dates are and all that good stuff.
So is TLSA still going to be doing soccer?
I do not believe so. No, it's going to be City of Mountain Home with the Soccer Association. I always get their name wrong. It's like the North Central Arkansas Soccer Board. With Dr. Ray Stahl. We'll be the ones governing that whole league this year. So, again, be patient. I don't have a lot of information other than we will be running it this year. That's going to be coming once some details are ironed out this fall as to when we're going to start registration and all that good stuff. Once I know that, that'll be blasted on our website, cityofmountainhome.com, on our Facebook page, LC Sammons Youth Center, or just call us 424-7275, and we'll have that information out there as much as possible, news releases. Maybe I'll come back and we'll iron out details and talk about that with you guys. But it's exciting. It's a new thing for us. And you know, again, it's going to be one of those things with the City of Mountain Home. I'm sure everybody's going to jump on board, and
they will.
Still help us out, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah, there won't be any politics involved in it now, and
just about the kids.
Just about the kids.
That's all I'm about. I listen, and maybe that's why I don't have a lot of friends. I don't care about last names,
right?
What business you own or don't own. None of that matters to me.
To you, it's about
the
children
only thing
that
that
come
matters to me is the 300 kids in this league, the 200 kids in softball, whatever that number is going to be. If they have a great experience, just get on board and have a great one with them. A lot of kids will feed off of your energy. So if you want your kids to enjoy that sport, go with a positive attitude with them. Let them learn from their coach. Cheer them up when they're down.
Yeah. Clap
for them when they're up. But clap for them when they're down too. Hey, good try. You struck out. There's the next at bat. But we're gonna have fun.
Well, Enoch, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Everything you do for our kids.
Appreciate it. My pleasure.
And with that, we want to thank you for joining us this morning on the morning show on XL7-TV. Y'all have a good day.